Trachea. The trachea is most commonly known as the windpipe. It is approximately 5 inches long and 1 inch wide. The trachea begins just beneath the larynx and travels down behind the sternum. From there, the trachea divides into two smaller tubes called the bronchi. The structure of the trachea is mostly composed of C-shaped, hyaline cartilage rings. The trachea expands slightly when breathing in and then returns to normal size when you exhale. The nasal cavity is a large air-filled space above and behind the nose in the middle of the face. Each cavity is a continuation of one of the two nostrils. The nose and the nasal cavity form the main external opening for the respiratory system and are the first part of the body's airways. The respiratory tract is where the air moves through. The nose is a structure that is part of the face made of cartilage, bone, muscle, and skin that supports and protects the outer portion of the nasal cavity. The nasal cavity is lined with hairs and mucous membranes which help capture harmful pathogens. Pharynx, also known as the throat, connects nasal and oral cavities with the larynx and esophagus. As part of the respiratory system, it allows the movement of air to move from the nose and mouth to the larynx in the process of breathing. The epiglottis is a small flap that lies beneath your tongue and lies over the trachea. The main function of the epiglottis is to cover the top of the trachea when you're eating to prevent food from entering your airways. At the end of the subdivided bronchioles are small grape-shaped structures. These sac-like structures are known as alveoli. These alveoli are grouped together such like a bundle of grapes instead of singular alveoli. The main function of the alveoli is to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide. The oxygen, which is inhaled through your breath, in diffusion through the wall of the alveoli and capillaries in the blood cells. The oxygen is then transported around the body to the tissues. The carbon dioxide that the body produces is then transported and diffused through the capillaries and the alveoli, then is removed as you exhale. The larynx is a flexible and tough section of the respiratory system. This part of the respiratory system connects the pharynx to the trachea within the neck. This is an extremely important part of the respiratory system as the larynx allows air to pass through it, but does not allow food or water to pass. This is due to the fact that food and water can cause blockages which will result in choking. The larynx is also known as the voice box. This is because it contains vocal cords that allow you to talk. When air is breathed in, it travels through the nasal cavity, past the larynx and down through the trachea, then into the lungs. The trachea splits into the left and right bronchus, which extends into the left and right lungs. Each bronchus is subdivided into even smaller bronchioles. The bronchioles are lined with smooth muscular walls. This part of the respiratory system helps transport the ingested air towards the alveoli. The muscular walls of the bronchioles help to constrict and regulate airflow to prevent irritants from causing blockages.